It's coming, guys. Anthro's coming. I mean, Rthro. I guess they've changed the name. Anyhow, there's a lot of information that we just got here today. Watch the video and find out everything we've learned today about the Anthro update in Roblox. Alright guys, welcome back to G-Rated Family Gaming. So today we've got some new information that just came out here on the dev forums here for Roblox. I'm sure you guys know a little bit about Anthro. They've been talking about it. There's been a lot of, discussion about it. It's not necessarily positive stuff that most people have been saying about it, but just hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Hear what Roblox is trying to say and what's going on. And I think you might realize that this is gonna be a good thing for the platform. But just give it a chance, guys. Before you see it, don't judge it. Just give it a chance. Okay, so as of today, October 15th, this feature has been released exclusively for developers. So at this point, the players are not allowed to determine their scale. It's basically a whole new scale that you can do. So the old scales that existed that were there, basically the way that you scaled your character, like tall, short, fat, thin, that stuff is going to change. But if you read through this, we'll talk about most of it. You'll see that most of the stuff is not going to change. There's backwards compatibility that is going to maintain there, so the classic Roblox look is going to maintain itself. So don't worry, guys, blocks in the Roblox is not going away. But one thing that they've realized we're going to do is we're calling it, instead of Anthro, they're calling it Rthro. Okay, so I guess that's kind of a new thing. They're trying to rebrand it just a little bit. So what does it mean for the developers? So you can see that they previously had some scaling unlocked for them that they were able to use, so now they've opened up more of it, but they can have certain cases where presets are provided for them. They can make it so that there's only classic Roblox. You can make it so it's full or player's choice. So basically the developers can kind of determine what scales can be used, so they can control the scaling abilities in their game. If they want to make it so that the people in their games cannot scale and cannot make it look more Anthro or realistic, then they can make it so that it's forced that way. They can make it so it's also forced so that people have to be large scaled. Also, they can give people the option to go across the scale. So this is something that's going to be new in games. And here's a picture here. If you want to look at some of these different samples that they've kind of drawn together here, you've got some of your classic Roblox characters, some of these really cool outfits, some of these that sort of existed the way they are, a little bit realistic back then. But in the back, you can see some of these more scaled characters, like some of these that are taller. They've got different faces, they've got different bundles, they've got all sorts of new stuff going on here. So this is what some of these things are going to look like. So I don't know, I think that's really cool. Think about future games, other games that you can play in Roblox, and you don't have just these characters down here. You can also have some of the more realistic characters. So they're definitely opening up the envelope for the types of games that you can have in here. And there's also this FAQ in this this dev forum post. So if you guys want to see that, I'm going to link it down below. But there's a lot of these questions. People are saying, are developers determine the avatar setting for the games, moving away from the website into the new studio instead? So yes, there's a new Morpher that's going to be created. You can see this here. Here's a little example, this little GIF that they've created. You can scale your character, and you see when he's short, looks kind of like the R15 character. You just make him a little taller, and he kind of looks a little bit more proportional scale that kind of looks a little bit more realistic. So the Rthro, is it going to be compatible with current gears and packages? So yes, it will be compatible, and you can mix and match, and there's going to be all sorts of new stuff. When these changes come into the effect, they don't anticipate that they will impact any of the games that already exist. So our already existing functionality is going to be okay. One thing about Roblox is they try to make sure everything is backwards compatible. As you can see, some of these pictures, they have pre-applied clothing. So it's just like regular packages. You're going to have packages that you can buy, that you can have your outfit looks like, I don't know, this panda over here, or this flying thing, or this little wolf man back here. These are going to be like packages, basically like the way they already exist in Roblox. And some of them will be stuff that you can wear in your old characters' avatars as well. Some of them won't look quite right and won't fit quite right, it looks like. But a lot of them looks like they're going to be compatible across the board. But as you can see here, they have a plan to support custom clothing for the Rthro parts, so that it makes sense from a player's perspective. because they want to make sure that everything looks right and things don't look really weird and like they don't fit right inside of the game. As you can see here, they're also releasing new animations bundles along with new avatar bundles that are coming with these characters. So it's really cool. As you can see down here as well, they're saying is it can be affordable. There's going to be a mix of free, regular price, and limited edition bundles. So there's going to be all these bundles and cool things and new items, new virtual items that fit just for the Anthro characters. And as you can see, there's going to be offering of a free native Anthro native bundles. So if you guys are scaling up, you don't have to go and spend a bunch of Robux on anything. You'll have some free bundles, but then if you want to get more, you have the option to scale up and get some other really cool bundles as well. All right, now some of the points that most of you guys are kind of focusing on is Roblox going to remove R6 or other R15, and is R6 still going to be supported? It says we are not removing R6 or R15 avatars. The core tenet of Roblox is to maintain backwards compatibility to align our interests with the community interests. So guys, don't worry, they're not going to be getting rid of the Bloxy stuff. You're not losing anything. They're just adding on, and they're giving the developers more to develop, and games, I'm really looking forward to the kind of games that they're going to be coming out with now that are going to have amazing graphics, and they're going to have a whole new look to them, which sort of links to this one. But this ruins the blocky aesthetic of Roblox has had for many years, and they said they're committed to giving players and developers as much creative freedom and the ability to express themselves as they can. They don't want to limit the creators, basically. They want to allow developers to have as many options and as many tools as possible. So this is an effort to add options to them, not to remove anything that people love. So they're dedicated to making sure that the new avatars fit seamlessly into the platform. So they're testing it, they're making sure that it's going to work really, really well. I mean, how long was it when you first heard about Anthro? I mean, it's been quite some time now, and they've been working on perfecting it for that whole time, and I'm really looking forward to this, and I think it's going to be good. So what do you guys think? Have you been convinced yet? Are you guys still haters? You think it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing? I personally am looking forward to it, and I think once you guys play some of these games, you're going to jump in here and be like, yeah, you know what, Anthro actually was a really cool thing. It was a great idea, and I think this works perfect, and I'm excited about the platform. Some people may think that they were kind of outgrowing or kind of, you know, ready to leave the platform and get into kind of other things, but with the platform changing like this, it's growing. It is growing in such a way that it's really opening up the kind of games that are going to be able to be released on this platform, and I am really looking forward to it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, what your thoughts are on this whole thing. And if you guys are new here, I would also love to have you subscribe, hit the notification bell, come and join us for some future videos, events, live streams, and all sorts of fun stuff. Roblox, thanks for hanging out, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.